Cool Kid, it was very strange, actually. So we threw it up on Twitter. And we had gotten a tweet, actually, a surprise tweet from Gerard Way, formerly of My Chemical Romance. And he has like a really loyal, awesome following, and they took a liking to it. Yeah, one day we like, I think I had just woken up and I had like 7 missed calls, and they were all from Brandon, and I'll let him take over on what those missed calls were about.
I guess Lightning over at KROQ couldn't find any info on us. Like, we had no contact info, or we didn't have a website up.
Yeah, we don't have any info online.
So, but my girlfriend took a picture of us and had it on her website, and he found it. And then he found her contact info.
Yeah, it was watermarked. The photograph had like her like little.
And then so they called her, and she's like, "Hey, do you know the Eeries?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I get their contact info?" And she's like, "Okay." And then so he calls me, and he was like asking like, "Hey," I'm like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are." He's like, "This is JTL of Lightning." I'm like, "Oh, whoa, hey, what's up, man?"
I was simultaneously getting hounded by our lawyer, who was getting hounded by Kevin Weatherly. And so I just was like, dude, this can't be real. This isn't really Kevin Weatherly trying to get a hold of us. It can't be right. And I was like, is it really him? And he's like, dude, I've known the guy for 30 years. It's really him. And so that's when it kind of dawned on us that it was a reality and not just some like Ashton Kutcher mother punking us. This is really special. Like, it's a very, very special thing, and we're very thankful and grateful, for the support, because to be completely unsigned, unheard of band, and get this kind of opportunity is f***ing incredible. It's only been a month or maybe just a little over that, and it feels like it's been like 3 or 6 or something. It feels like it's been a lot longer. I just feel like super run down, in a good way though. It's nice to be busy.
The whirlwind of emotions since the day Stryker first played it on KROQ, and since then it's just been out of control. That's something that, like, as a kid growing up in LA, was like a dream to hear Van Damme playing in on KROQ, and then to hear it then on the Furious 5. These are things that I remember calling in as a kid, trying to win the CDs that were of the top 5 on the Furious 5. And it's like this.
And now we're a part of it, which is really cool. I wasn't allowed to buy CDs. I grew up in this like super weird like cult, like no joke, like a legitimate cult, like Jonestown basically. So I literally would have to sneak at my grandma's house, and I would listen to the radio. And I would put a tape in the tape deck, and I would have to call in KROQ and be like, hey, can you guys play, like, whatever song? I don't know what was popular at the time. I'd call in and request it, and then I would record it onto a cassette and listen to it and sneak and have it. And so it was like a very kind of special thing for me, because I wasn't supposed to be doing it. So you guys played a integral role in my rebellion. I love the song. I love it.
It's a teeth kicker. I like it.
It's got a lot of power.
Yeah, as far as like lyrically, if you want to know anything about that, I mean, for me, it's kind of, I wrote it, it was kind of like an obsessive love song. Almost kind of that of like a stalker or a serial killer. It was very stream of consciousness. I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it necessarily. And I want people to obviously enjoy it, for whatever reasons they choose to enjoy it. But there is an aspect of it that was definitely kind of this crazy obsessive love song that I kind of wanted to write, which was the line, I love you to pieces, quite literally. If you're, kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer or something, it's like, quite literally, I'm loving somebody to pieces in bits and pieces of their limbs.